move on, to grow and not die. I got five for you. If you deal with these five things in your relationship, you're gonna be all right. I know it's gonna seem like the world is coming down, falling down on you. You don't know which way to go, which way to go. You want to let it go and keep on. No, five. You do these five things, not just you by yourself, but you and your ladies, you and your man. You do these five things on a consistent basis, and your relationship will survive. It will not die out. It will continue to prosper. It will continue to grow and not flow. Are you with me? Let's go. Now, a little late today, but we're running it real quick. All right? Uh, Here we go. I'm done for today. Here we go. Every relationship needs this, man. Every one of them, relationships out there, you need this in your life. You need this in your dating life. You need this in your relationship life to survive. Yeah, you need these things. I got five. No, focus for today. Yeah, we're gonna talk about be honest. You have to have honesty in relationship. You don't have no honesty, you have no relationship. Number two, we're gonna talk about work on being flexible. Yeah. You don't want to budge on that. In the my way, highway, my way. Yeah, that's old school stuff. Number three, you probably gotta tighten things up. Number four, try the last half full. Everything ain't about you all the time. Number five, support them emotionally. You gotta support your partner physically, emotionally, financially, all that. It's part of supporting, it's part of being together, living together, growing together, functioning together, being as one. And you get nothing. Number six is the bonus. Avoid comparison. You with me, G? Let's go. What's number one? Not clear? All right, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Got audio issue. It's low. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get this audio issue resolved. Tested the audio. And still haven't improved it. Give me a minute. Okay, what about check 1 2 check? What about now? That should be better. That should be much better. Correct? All right. Sorry about the audio issue. Yeah. All right, here we go. Sorry about the audio issue, guys. Let me go back over what I talked about just in case some of you came in and didn't get what I said. Our topic today will be the 5 most important things every relationship will need. You will need these things in order to survive. If you don't have them, you're going to be in trouble. And your relationship is going to be on rocket soil. It'll be like, because you don't have what it takes, man. And whenever you don't have what it takes to make it in your relationship, it's going to go down, not up. Everybody wants a good relationship, right? But you got to do some things to make it work. And if you don't do these, okay, my director said put this close to my mouth. Okay, is it okay now? Sorry, I got to do what the director said. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, but you need these things in your life. So here we go. Thumb up for the day. Every relationship needs this. Then we're going to talk about these 5 things. I'm going to run real quick because I don't know if you heard me or not. Number 1, be honest. Number 2, work on being flexible. Number 3, use humor. Number 4, try to see glasses full. Number 5, support them. Number 6, we got a bonus is avoid comparison. All right, what's number 1? Here we go. Number 1, be honest, man. Stop trying to lie. Huh? Yeah, you Caucasian man, you brown man, you black man, you black woman, you brown woman, you Caucasian woman. Stop the lie. Lying ain't gonna get you nowhere, but further deeper down in the hole, down in the ground. Honest, man. You messed up, say you messed up. Okay? You banged some other woman, say you did that. Huh? You did it, right? Yeah, you did that. You was honest. You was selfish. You didn't think about nobody but yourself. You be honest, man. You say, Bob, I don't want to be honest. I tell a lie. I heard her. So what? You wasn't thinking about her when you banged that woman, was you? Huh? And so now you got to tell her the truth. So you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna think about hurting her. Stop the madness with me, man. I'm not the one. Ooh, Lord. Where's Judge Judy? I'm gonna put the Judge Judy on you. Don't come with me with that craziness. Be honest. Huh? Open. You want to get to the real deepness of your relationship. You want to bring it all out. And you may, sometimes when you're honest, it hurts people, man. It hurts them bad. But I'd rather hurt you now than for you to live a lie with you. You know, be honest. And if you can't be honest, you don't need to be in no relationship. Because a liar ain't going to last long in a relationship. People don't like people that lie, tell lies to their face. Lie in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Backstabber. Backstabber. Yeah, backstabbing people lie all the time. And you don't need that in your life. You got a partner that's always lying. Well, I was downtown yesterday and you found out that she was over to his lady's girlfriend's house, and you know he lying. Kick him to the curb. Don't give him no second chance. Don't give him no second, third. Nah, mister, you gone. Pack your stuff. Let him know. Can't build a relationship on lies. You can't build a marriage on lies. You can't build a fiance relationship on lies. Some of you engaged to a woman right now, and you got a side piece. Yeah, you heard me. You're in the USA, and you got a side piece. Your Philippines up here waiting for you to come back to get married, and you banging some side piece every chance you get. Liar. Stop the madness. Same thing. It works both ways. Filipina doing the same thing on you. You waiting to come home. You faithful in the USA. You waiting to come home to see your lady, and she banging every Filipino she can get. Yeah? Lying back. How you gonna build something off of that, man? Let's be real. Like Steele. Tell the truth. My mom used to tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth, man. What's wrong with that? Yeah? It hurts them. Yeah, it hurts. But people get over pain. You can't get over somebody that's lying to you all the time. It's the worst person you want to have in your life. It's a liar. They're always taking you through the fire and always trying to make it look like they telling the truth. You don't want no liar in your life. When you find out your mate, your partner, your fiance, your living partner, whatever, you find a lying, kick them to the curb. Deceitfulness and lying is the same thing. Saying you something you're not. Saying you did something, you didn't do what you said you did. A liar. Don't need that, man. Honesty is the best policy. Okay? You got to be truthful. Truth hurts. Hurts bad sometimes. Hurts bad, make you want to clap somebody. Because what you said. What did you say? What did you say? I said that you don't look too good in that outfit, my dear. What did you say? Who do you think of? Truth, man. You don't look good in it. He told the truth. But the truth hurts you. So you want to scratch his eyes out. Come on, man. Be real. Stop the madness. Be open, be honest, tell the truth. And it hurts sometimes. Yeah, it hurts. You got to deal with the pain. The truth hurts. But what hurts most worse than the truth is even more worse. The truth hurts, but dishonesty hurts even more than the truth. Okay? Dishonesty is a long-term deceitfulness, and it hurts more than the truth. The truth comes out one time and it's gone. The pain might be last for a little bit, but dishonesty hurts forever because if you never reveal the truth, right? So it is more better to build your relationship on truthfulness. Okay? I understand that she wants you to tell the truth, mister, and you want her to tell the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Truth is always worth it in the long term. If it hurts, yeah, it hurts. But it's better than living a lie, right? And if your relationship cannot stand the truth, you don't have a good relationship. And you should dissolve that and move on to somebody else where you can withstand the truth, withstand the pain that comes with being truthful. Because pain brings a level of pain. Truth brings a level of pain that some people can't handle. You ever heard this term? You can't handle the truth. Yeah, you can't handle the truth. Get out and find somebody else that you can handle the truth with. Yeah. If you can't handle the truth with someone, you more than likely you won't be able to handle the truth with somebody else. That's how truth is. That's how people are. How you do anything is how you do everything. What's number two? Let's go. I ain't playing today. I'm running late. Let's go. Number two is what? Work on being flexible. What you mean flexible, Bobby? What you mean flexible? Flexible. Yeah. Able to drop some things and pick up some things. You're not rigid. You're able to move in and out and just ease in and out when you want to. And go to the right if you have to go to, instead of just being one-minded, single-minded. I go this way, that's it. It's my way or the highway, that's it. You got to be flexible. Yeah. One thing I can tell you about Lisa D, she's flexible. Sometimes I change my mind on stuff a lot, and she's like, you just told me that. I said, let's go. I'm sorry, I changed my mind. She's flexible. She adjusts easily to me because she knows me. Yeah. When you know a person, you love a person, you care about a person, you're able to make adjustments quickly. It's not, when you're arguing, it's not about who's right. It's about what is right for your relationship. And this is why I lose it a lot of times. When I'm in an argument or discussion, I sometimes want to prove I'm right. And it's not about proving you're right. It's about what is right. It's a right way about going about proving you're right. Yeah. If you could be right, I could be right as all get out. I know I'm right, technically right. But how I go about showing that I'm right is what hurts people sometimes. Because I'm blunt. I'm like, yeah, you did that. So what? Yeah, I'm right. You wrong with, but you gotta take into consideration your partner's feelings, how they deal with issues, how they deal with concerns. If you're right, you're right. So what? Sometimes you have to give up your right for somebody else wrong. If you want a good relationship, that's what my grandma told me a lot of times. Your son with a good relationship, you got to give up your right sometimes for somebody else wrong. If you want to stay in that relationship and you want to keep it continue to grow, you have to be humble. Sometimes you right, she know you right, but she want to argue with you. It's time to just let that go, drop it. You ain't got to do all. You ain't got to. I'm right. That's causing more confusion. You want peace in your relationship, okay? Peace. Be flexible. Keep an open mind. Don't be closed-minded. Closed-minded people are very rigid. They're hard to get along with, and they have most of the time they want to always be right. I'm the right one. That's because they can't see it any other way. They're not opening up. They don't open themselves up, their minds up, their hearts up, their personalities up to view things in a different way. Yeah. Keep an open mind in everything you do, especially when you're in a relationship. When you try to force situations, it causes pain. You ever had a sexual relationship with somebody, and the lady said, "Well, I'm just not ready, sir. I'm not ready right now." And you said, "Yeah, you gonna do let go," and you try to force it. What happened? Major pain with that woman. Okay, don't do that, man. Don't be so insensitive. Don't be so cruel. Don't be so one-minded, open, closed-minded. You got to learn and consider the other person's feelings, and you have to be flexible enough to adjust yourself to their feelings. Okay, that's what that's what being in a strong relationship is all about. Adjusting. Yeah, if you can't adjust to somebody else's level of maturity, if you cannot adjust to somebody's level of intellectualism, you just don't need to be with that person. And furthermore, you may not need to be with anybody because relationships require honesty. Relationships require flexibility and adjustments all the time. Okay. This world is the only thing that drives this world and that drives people in this world is change. And if you can't adjust to change in your relationship, on your job, in your community, in your church, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be a lonely person. But nobody wants somebody that's old and fogey and don't want to change. I mean, I could get, one thing about me, I'm adjustable, I'm flexible. I could get to be 150. If you say it's time to change, I'm saying, let's go. Because that's how I am. I'm about change. And a lot of us resist change. We resist change. We build up a wall. We resist change. You cannot do that in a relationship because if you can't have it your way all the time. You got to give it to their way sometimes. So you have to be flexible and adjustable and make adjustments to your relationship in order for it to flourish, in order for it to thrive, in order for it to stay alive. Okay, I don't want no dead relationship. No, anything. My mama told me, no, she said, anything, son? I said, yes, man. She said, anything dead need to be what? Buried.
You got a dead relationship, bury it. Move on. Deal with the pain temporarily, and then you'll get some gain long term with someone else. Okay. Do not live in a dead relationship. I live in a dead relationship for a long time. That's why I can talk about it. Long time. It's dead as a doorknob. You know, we were just going through the motions. Hey, how you doing? I'm going to work. Okay, bye bye. Hi, you all right? Yeah, I'm good. Goodbye. Yeah. Dead, man. No love, no warmth, no deep, intimate communication, no empathy, no sympathy. Just going through the motion because you got bills to pay, because you got kids to raise. Your kids will understand. If you got to break that up, kids catch on to stuff like that. They learn quick. My mom and daddy ain't getting no more. And they go on with their life. So don't worry about that. Well, I got to try to stay. That's what I did. I did a foolish thing. I was there because my kid, you know, bumped there. Kids learn to adjust. I've learned that since that time. But if you're in a dead relationship, man, let it go. You want life in your relationship. Anything dead needs to be buried. And when things get dead, they stink. It's the way it is. The carcass is start stinking, and the vultures start eating the meat, the dead meat off of it, and all that. You know, you ever seen on TV with a dead carcass, and the vultures come and the ants and all. It's nasty, man. It's a nasty situation. And if your relationship is like that, you in trouble. You need to get rid of that and bury it. Get over it and move on. Number three, just a wannabe. Number three, so it's important that you use humor. Sometimes I use it a lot to break the ice, you know, to lighten things up when it's appropriate. You cannot always use humor. It's based on the situation. But humor allows people to be open up because it brings out the laughter, fun side of them. And then they can take it a little bit less seriously and then open up communication more. But humor is every time it's possible to use humor to lighten the mood. It allows you both to feel comfortable with each other. And you use humor only when appropriate. Some things cannot be joked about. Okay? If you have a serious conversation about something, don't try to use humor because it will make it worse. But humor can be used when it's appropriate in your relationship. If you have a relationship and there's no humor at all, I question if you have a good relationship because you may not even have a relationship. You might just have a partnership and not a relationship. Partnership, you have a contract. She do this, you do that. That's it. That's not really a relationship. That's a partnership. You got to have humor. You got to understand that when you lighten the mood, it allows your communication to do what? Flourish more. Okay. But now keep in mind, you can't always use humor in every situation. Now, before getting ready to got the dough, uh, try to see the glass half full. You know, in other words, look at the other side. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Hmm? And when you're dealing with a problem in your relationship, don't always assume the worst. This is one problem I have, at least every time I turn around. I don't care what I do. You did that. I said, wait a minute. Coach, you mean I didn't do that? You know, you always assume the worst. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a naughty boy. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. But every time it's a situation and I'm involved, whatever, she assumes the worst that I did it. Okay, I don't have to. I can't. I don't even open my mouth. She just got to look at you did that. Why you did? Why you did it? You know. But yeah, you don't assume the worst about your partner. That's a bad thing to do. Okay, because you bring your worst situation out on it, and you accuse. It becomes accusatory before you even give a chance to hear them out. You know, give them the benefit of the doubt. Huh? You know what if they slept around on you 15 times, it's hard to get them. It's hard to give a benefit of the doubt, but in certain situations, you always want to assume the best. Especially if you don't have the evidence. I always tell you, man, don't accuse nobody of nothing if you don't got the evidence. You know, evidence brings light to what they're doing. If you just think or you have an idea in your mind of what they're doing, that's nothing. You need concrete evidence to accuse somebody or tell somebody or convince somebody they were wrong. Most people, even if you show the concrete evidence, most people still try to lie. The pathological lies will still try to lie. And put it on, turn it on you. So always make sure you have evidence before you be accusatory, before you try to uh, put the doubt on people and give people the wrong impression. Always make sure you have the evidence. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Assume that their intentions are good, especially in your loving, caring relationship, because you could turn them off. I used to get so mad. I'll be honest, man. I'm like, Tom, man, you didn't give me a chance to explain what happened. And you come pointing the finger at me. Can you give me a chance, please, to explain? That's how I felt. It's hard, man, when you feel that other person not even giving you a chance to explain. Sometimes I did do it. I'm be honest. Sometimes I did do the thing she said. But at least give me a chance to explain. And they won't give you a chance to explain. It's hard. And then there's sometimes I didn't do it. But when you don't give a person a benefit of a doubt, you are accusatory in your relationship, and we will bring that relationship down. Okay? Unless they show you evidence otherwise, give them the benefit of a doubt in your relationship. That's what keeps your relationship moving. That generates trust, builds trust in your relationship, and it sometimes allows your relationship to move to new levels because you now have someone that can trust you, not accuse you. And I don't care what the situation is. You want somebody that you know that will trust you. When you don't have that person in your corner, you don't feel like your relationship is grounded. It won't be rooted, and you get doubt, and you sometimes want to close up. You don't want to talk. You don't want to say nothing because I know what you're going to say. You're going to accuse me. Don't do it. Try to give your relationship, your partner in your relationship, the benefit of a doubt. Don't always assume the worst. Unless you have concrete evidence, don't do it. Number 5, still alive. Support them. Yeah. You got to support your lady. Your lady got to support you financially, emotionally, physically, sociologically, in any kind of way you can. You both need to support each other. That's why in a relationship, you need support. You need someone to be in your corner. You need someone to have your back. When everybody else coming down on you, you know that person now over there that you got a relationship with, they with you. They for you. You can trust that one. They support you. And then you should support them in every other way possible. Okay? That's what relationships are about. Supporting one another, caring for one another, sharing for one another, having a sympathetic and an empathetic feeling for one another. Because the world is cruel. I don't need, when you're in a relationship, you don't need somebody calling you all this and that. All that. You can go outside at the door and somebody call you the N word. You don't need your lady calling you that. You want your lady giving you supportive statements, supportive type conversation. You look good, Johnny. You so handsome. Johnny, you just the best attitude. I'm so happy to be with you. That's the kind of stuff you need, even if it ain't true sometimes. You say things to lift people up, to lift their spirits up, because it's easy for a man to get beat down when he leave out the door, especially an African American. Everybody want to put the black man down. That's just the way this world, the United States of America is, and mostly all around the world. This melanin in our skins has a tendency to make people want to think the worst of us and treat us the worst. We get treated worse than the black woman. Yeah. So you got to have somebody in your corner that will pull you out of the doldrums, that will pull you out of your mind, out of the dungeons in life, because so many things can bombard your spirit. So many things bombard your mind, and they will put you down if you are not in the right space of mind, if you're not in the right mentality. Okay. And you need people in your life that will keep you in a proper mentality by speaking good things to you. I think one thing about Lisa D, she always lifts me up, especially if she see I'm down. You know what she'll say? What's wrong with you? I say nothing. She said, come on now. What's wrong? I said, what are you talking about? Nothing wrong. And she always get me to talk and pull it out. I'll tell her when it's through with it, she knows what I'm going through, and then she say something. It's gonna be all right. She'll tell me something. You need that kind of person in your life. You need that kind of person in your life to help you when you need to be hearing good things. Okay, you don't always have to agree together when you get into more in an argument. Okay, but you do have to listen. Okay, listening is key. Yeah, everybody needs to be listened to. You know, because when you listen to somebody, you're doing what? You're validating their what? Existence on this planet we call Earth. Everybody wants to know, be recognized for who they are. Yeah. They may not think nothing of themselves, but they still want to know that, hey, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, look at me, I'm here. And they need that. If you can't give somebody that supportiveness, that validation they need, they feel betrayed. They want to walk off and find somebody else. Yeah. Have to listen. You don't have to agree with what they said. You might know what they said is wrong, but you still got to listen. Everyone wants to be what? Heard. Hmm? I don't care. A little kid want to be heard. A grown man. Everybody wants to be heard because we need to speak. We're social people, and we need to speak to each other. That's how we validate each other, and or we can invalidate each other at the same time. You can do it the opposite way. Right? But everybody wants to be listened to. Everybody needs to be heard. Always avoid "I told you so." I told you so. How many times you heard that, man? I told you so. I heard that so many times, man, and it still hurts when you hear somebody say that. You know, why you? I know you wouldn't. That's what when you get that "I told you so" comment at you. It's like, why did I wish I hadn't said that. Now, it makes you want to close up when they're pointing the finger at you. I told you so. That's a demeaning statement. It's like you ain't nothing. You're doing wrong. People don't want to hear that when they know they did wrong. Okay. That's the worst thing you can say, especially when somebody know they did wrong. I messed up. I know I messed up, and you give me the "I told you so." I don't want to be bothered with that. I want. I don't want to be bothered. I want to move out. I want to get out the door. Move. Don't do that. It's insensitive. It's insensitive. Somebody messed up. They know they messed up. You know they messed up. Don't rub it in their face. Don't do that because you're turning them off to you. If you can't say nothing, don't say I'm sorry it happened. But don't bring stuff up and make them feel worse than what they already feel. That's the worst thing you do. That's non-supportive. People need to be supported, especially when they're in a failing situation. They had a bad adverse reaction. They lost their job, and things like that in the community. They need to be supported and not bombarded with your negativity. Let's go. Last one. We out. Bonus question. Bonus. Avoid comparisons. Okay. Yeah, you heard me. Avoid comparison. Don't compare your lady with the one we had before. Don't do that. I know a lot of people do that. Hmm? Hmm. A lot of men do it, and a lot of women do it. Well, Johnny, my last boyfriend, he took me to the finest restaurant, and you take me to Burger King. Come on, you know what I'm saying? My last boyfriend, he took me out to dinner all the time, and I didn't have to cook every day like I got to cook for you. You know what I'm saying? Don't compare people with other past relationships. That will drive them away from you because they believe that you're trying to get them to be measuring up to someone they're not. You're trying to get them to be someone you're not. And it also reflective the fact that you may not have relinquished your prior relationship because you're talking about the prior relationship and you're in the current relationship with someone else. That means you may have not relinquished that relationship yet fully. And it also suggests that you may want that person that you're talking about back in your life, comparing them to the current person you have. So you got to be very, very careful with that. Try to downplay it. Never try to pull that up. Compare people with others. Sometimes it happens though. Yeah. And to the best of it, I used to do that too. When Lisa D first got married, I compared her. But I learned not to do that. And she did with me too. We talked about it, and we said that we're not going to be comparing each other with our prior relationship. That is wrong, and it's demeaning to the person you're with. The only thing you should do is compare the person you're with what they said they want to be and what they said they want to do and how they're doing. If you said that you wanted to grow and get a BS degree in college, and when you got married and you're not doing it, you said, well, you told me that you want. That's perfectly valid. That's perfectly valid. But you can't go and say, well, my last boyfriend, he had a PhD, and you ain't got nothing but a high school diploma. Don't do that, man. How crazy is that? You asking for trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do the comparison thing. Avoid that. If you want to keep a nice, loving, caring relationship, do not compare your current relationship, your current partner, to anybody else. It's not worth it. It will destroy your relationship. Okay? It brings up resentment in their heart. Okay? And because you measuring your current relationship, your current partner, with the standards of your prior partner. Who does that? I don't want you to compare me with somebody else I don't even know. I don't. That's not fair. That's not fair to me. It's not fair to anybody. You compare me to somebody they don't even know. You know? It's not right. It's not tight. It's not long and not strong. And your relationship will suffer when you do those comparisons. Okay. And now some of you do it, some of you know it's wrong and you do it anyway because you're trying to hurt them in some kind of way. When I talk about, I know when I talk about my old boyfriend, it's gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. Yeah. And you go ahead and say something that gonna turn him on. Because you meant to do it. Stop being mean. Stop being hateful. That's not gonna build your relationship up. It's gonna tear it down. These things I'm telling you about will build your relationship up and keep it strong and long. Keep it moving and grooving to the sound of your love. Okay? Isn't that what it's all about? Your love? You say you love them, right? They love you. Show it. Do it. Be it. Eat it. Sleep it. That's what love is. It grows all the time. It don't slow up. It grows. It's always moving. And you want it moving in the right direction, up, and not in the wrong direction, down. And so if you want your love moving in the right direction, you got to do those things that will help it move in the right direction. Number one, what was our topic today? Every relationship needs this. We talked about 5 things. Number one, you want your relationship and your love moving in the right direction. Number one, be honest. Talked about that, man. Honesty is the best policy. Number two, work on being flexible. It's not, a lot of you guys got this thing, whether it's my way or the highway. You say what you do what I say. You do everything I tell you. I'm gonna give me somebody else. How many times you ever heard that? I used to say that when I first started dating, back in the day, when I was a kid, I didn't know no better. That's what you say. You do what I say. You don't do what I say, I'm out. My way or the highway. I said that stuff, and I got messed up. And I got jacked up so many times doing it, and I learned better. Yeah. When you don't know better, you can't do better. But when you know better, you do better. I know better. That does not work, ladies and gentlemen. That may have worked in the 40s and the 50s and the 30s, but this is 2022. You know what to do. Number three, we talked about using humor. Sometimes when you inject humor in a relationship, in a situation you're having, it has a tendency to lighten the mood, and you can both open up. Number four, we talked about try to see the glasses half. You want to look at the other person's situation. Put yourself in their shoes. Don't be so accusatory when you gotta tell them everything, I know. No, calm yourself down. Put yourself in their situation because you don't know what they're going through. Even if they did a bad thing, there's still a reason why they did that. You gotta sit yourself down and listen. Be compassionate in your relationship. And if you're not compassionate, not gonna have that person in your life that much longer. That's one of the reasons why people get in relationships, because they want somebody that's sympathetic, empathetic, compassionate, that could listen to them so they can talk to. And if you're not that listening ear, hey, you won't have that person around long. And we talked about we tried number 4, 5, support them. Everybody needs support, man. That's why this world is as bad as it is, because a lot of times we don't get support we need. So when people don't get support they need, they do what? Bad things. You never came home, and I got lonely last night, and one of my old boyfriend called me, and I just had to do that thing because you were there. Yeah, no, they feel that you wouldn't support them, so that's not the real reason we know, but that's the reason they use. But yeah, support, man. Do what you can. If you can't be this, look, I'm busy, baby. I'll be there as soon as I can. Can you hold on? I'll be right there. Support them, man. Then when you find somebody that you support them, they will in turn support you as well. Number 6, we talked about avoid comparison, man. Don't do that. That's the worst, one of the worst thing you can do. Well, my boyfriend, he was 6 feet tall, and you was 5 feet. You just short man I ever had. Now, how would that help you in your relationship? It won't. You feel this big or this tall, and she has somebody bigger than you. Okay, you don't need that kind of talk. You don't need that kind of walk. You don't need that kind of woman, and vice versa. You don't need that kind of person in your life that will demean you, and as they compare you to a prior relationship. One of the worst things you can do is demean somebody, and when you compare them in a prior relationship, don't compare me with them. I'm my own man. If you needed a tall man, why'd you get me? Huh? So it must be something that I offer you that tall man couldn't offer you. Isn't that right, sister? That's how you do. That's how you break them down when they try to demean you. All right, let's go. That's it, man. That's all I got for you. It's important that you know the 5 most important things, and I added a bonus, number 6, that every relationship needs to survive and to thrive. Okay, you got to be open. You got to be honest. You got to be flexible. You got to be everything you can be to keep your relationship. You got to have humor sometimes. Uh, you got to see the other person's side of things, and most of all, avoid comparisons in your relationship. Let's go real quick. We're not going to do the hocus pocus thing today. We're not going to do the because I'm running late. We're going to ride this train. Who's in the house today? Who's in the house today? Let's go. All right, we got first man up in the house today. We got Life in North Carolina. What's up, man? How you doing? Long time no see, my guy. Hope you're doing well. This is what's his name? Is he? Smith. Monroe Smith. Monroe, you've been gone so long. I forgot your name. Monroe been gone so long. I forgot his name. Monroe in the house, y'all. So happy to see you. He said, hello. Hello, what's up, man? Long time no see, but I see you now, man. What's back? Hey, he said, I've been gone so long. I got to be number one, so I'm being there first today. Yeah, man. Good to see you, Monroe. Good to see you. He's from North Carolina, y'all. I lived in North Carolina. I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina for 3 years, and it was beautiful. One of the most beautiful times of my life, man. Charlotte. If you ever get a chance to go to Charlotte, man. You will have an awesome time. It's a beautiful city. The people are very, very friendly. And if I would have some place to move, I had to move back to USA and have some place to live. It would be Charlotte would be right on the top of my list with Atlanta and Birmingham. Those areas where I would probably reside if I had to move back, and because those people are nice there. They're Southern people. I like Southern people. They're friendly. They're down home, and they make you feel special because they care. More so than Northern people. Let's go, Ryan James. Who we got? Kakalaka, he said, hello from Greensboro, North Kakalaka in the house, North Kakalaka in the house. What's up, man? Monroe, you've been gone so long, man. I don't know what to do. So good to see you back, though. Welcome back to the show, man. And don't be a stranger, Long Ranger. Okay, man. I hope you and your lady still tight, right, long and strong. Last time I checked, he went to the Philippines and saw his lady in Manila. They had a beautiful time. And we ain't heard from Monroe. I said, when he came back, he finally came on. I said, Monroe, how come you didn't check anymore? I'm not gonna do that, man. I'll spend time with my lady. I ain't had no time calling. Okay. If she ever put you down, we here for you, okay, man? Okay. Let's just remember that, okay, man. We ain't gonna do you like it did. Let go. Ryan Chamber, who we got? Thank you so much, Terry. Blame for the donation to the nation. More blessings, more love. He said something is wrong with the sound. Yeah, I got it fixed, man. Let me tell you what happened. This was a very, very difficult show to do today. A very, very difficult morning. I had computer problems. And once I got the computer hardware problem fixed, I had software problems. The browser that I normally run my StreamYard in is called Chrome. Chrome browser, you guys know. My Chrome browser would not accept the StreamYard program. I uninstalled, reinstalled everything, and it still won't. So I had to use a totally different browser, okay, to run the StreamYard off today. Thank goodness it worked, because Chrome is usually designed, StreamYard is usually designed for Chrome. So I put in a different browser, and then when I put in a different browser, I had to change all the settings again to adjust to the new browser. So one of the settings that I changed, that did not change, was the sound setting. I had tested it, but it was okay for me. But Lisa D said it was too low, so I had to put on another. Anyway, long story short, this was a difficult morning. That's why I'm running late. So good to see you. Thank you so much for being patient with me, man. You know, I be trying to do stuff, and sometimes I mess up, but I fess up. Okay, we gotta do damn Terry Fleming run train Bobby
Thank
DC.
you so much, Sir Terry.
Thanks. DC said, "Thank you so much, your Teddy." With run train Bobby DC. One nation under God.
There's a color on my
Huh?
teeth.
Lisa D, come on, you know that's the green screen. You talk about there's a color on my teeth. That's the green screen, Lisa D. Who does that? Let's go. Lisa D does that. All right, let's go. I need to find a dance. Lisa D, I need a dancer now. Come on.
Go to Brand.
Okay, I need a dancer with Terry Fleming. Terry Fleming, thank you so much for being so kind to the show, man. You are the most giving person. Out of everybody else that give, he gives the most. When y'all don't give nothing, Terry Fleming,
the hardest working man in the business. I feel good.
You were a girl that changed my world. You dropped the bomb on me. Yeah. Come on. Drop the bomb, right?
That's our impression. What might the be a king or a queen? Life in the Philippines.
Thank you so much for the donation to the nation, Terry Fleming. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, my brother, from another mother. Let's go. We got to ride this train today like we ain't never ride before. Who we got in this house today? I ain't playing. He said, knock, Lord, calculate. Hello, Terry Fleming. What's up, man? Yeah, you all right, man? So good to see you. Ride train, who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, hello, sir, North Carolina. What's up? Ain't nothing finer than being in Carolina. Isn't that right, man? That's what they told me. I'm from the South, and he from the North. I'm from the South side. He from the North side, and we don't meet up. Let's go, ride train. Who we got? Terry. He said, great, man. I'm doing great, man. Hey, y'all continue praying for Terry Fleming. Terry Fleming had surgery recently. He's recovering. He's healing up much faster than what most people do, and he's doing well. But we want to make sure we continue surrounded with prayers that he will not have any going back and getting back and forth, no complications. We want him to be strong and long. I can normally keep sending up them prayers. Okay, man. Let's go round train, BobbieD, one nation under group of love. Who we got? Terry Fleming. He said, I've been alone for so long that being in a relationship seems like the hardest thing for me because of the newness of things. Yeah, I understand, man. Terry Fleming was married for one time and he got divorced. And the woman he was married to, and I'm not just telling him because he shared this with the team before, the woman he was married to was not that easygoing to live with. She was overbearing, like a lot of American women are. She was non-caring. She wanted her way, and that was it. And it was hard. He tried his best, but it just didn't work. So he got out of marriage, right? And when he got out of marriage, he's like, I'm done with this marriage thing. I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me till I work on me. I'm not gonna fool with nobody else. He did that for a long time, man. A long time. And then one day, a lady came along and opened up his nose. And he got a relationship now. So it's a new. That's why he's saying it's new. It's new. He hadn't been in a relationship in a long time. And it seems the things that he's going through now, it's like, what? I got to do this. Because, when you're on your own, you're alone. Wait, what's wrong?
I'm trying to think.
When you put the light on my head, take that off. That right there. It's a spot on my head. I don't need that spot on my head. Thank you so much. Yeah, that spot. That spot. I had to get turned. There's a particular light we turn on, and it puts a spot on my head. She turned the light on. I had to turn it off. Anyway, but yeah, he was out there by himself for a long time, and he felt the need of companionship, and so he was going to come to the Philippines. And he said, well, uh, all of a sudden somebody showed up in his life that he felt that he wanted to deal with, and it turned out to be an African American woman. So it's nothing wrong with that. But you guys out there saying, well, I can't stand no American woman. They ain't all of them ain't about nothing. No. Stop the lie, mister. If you're talking bad about American women, you're talking bad about your mom. You're talking bad about your sister, your daughter. Huh? All of them can't be bad. Can they all be bad? No. Some of them are good. Just like all Filipinos are not scammers. There are good Filipinos out there. Okay, so you have to look. Do not make the mistake of classifying every woman as a bad person because they just want your money. No, some women are good. They want a person that they can love and feel in love with and have that person love them back. They just want to be taken care of. They want somebody to support them emotionally. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what people get together for. But yeah, things can be new, Terry, and but you got to learn to deal with it. You got to roll with it. And what you want to do this time, Terry, is focus on the things you learn, the lessons you learned from the prior relationship. You do not want to repeat those lessons, okay? So you want to say, well, last time me and her and my previous wife or my previous lady, we just fussed like dogs all the time. Don't do that. If you got to shut your mouth, if you got to give up your right for somebody else wrong, like my grandma told me, do it. That salvages your relationship, and that helps you to grow better. I told you about, it's not always about being right. You could be, I had a conversation with some people the other day, man. I was technically correct in what I was saying. I knew I was right. I said, Google it. I was right. But in their minds, I was wrong. But I knew I was right. And I was so dominating. I'm right. You don't got to do all of that, man. Sometimes you got to say, okay, and just shut up if you know you're right. And then that opens it up for somebody to say, even though they think they were right, you know they're wrong, but it opens up for more closeness, a more common communication. And you have to let things go sometimes. If you got to let some stuff go with her, let her go if she's worth it. Sometimes some people are not worth letting things go, okay? I'm serious. Sometimes you just can't let things go with some certain people. But if you know their heart is right, their intentions is right for you, sometimes you just let stuff go. But it's okay, Terry. You got to get through this. Everything new, sometimes there's a new, but you get used to it as you continue in the relationship. If you just stop it, you'll never get through with it. And you go back to your old ways of what you were by yourself, doing your business. And I know that's comfortable for you now because you've been doing your old thing by yourself so long. Those things, and you being by yourself is comfortable, but you have to move out of that space, out of that comfortable environment into a less comfortable environment, because it is the environments that are less comfortable is where you grow. You have room for growth and development. If you're in your same environment all the time, you have no room for growth. You have no room for development. You have no room to stretch out because you're in the same spot. But when you move out of that spot, everything changes. The equation changes. And now you got room for the ceiling. The sky's the limit. You can pierce the ceilings. You can do stuff. Okay. So you need a change in your life. Hang with that lady. She'll hang with you. Let go around. Who we got? Terry Flip. You see, my lady needs to be told that I love her on a daily basis. Ooh, Lord. I've never known what love is. A relationship does not mean instant love, but I'm willing to give it a shot. Okay. So, Terry, you mentioned some very, very deep-seated emotional conversations here. You're saying your lady needs to be told, I love you on a daily basis. Okay. That's okay, man. If that's what she needed to be told, you don't necessarily have to tell her that every day, but you need to do something to show her that if you want to. And, as long as you do it on a frequent basis, it doesn't have to be every day, but on frequent occurrences, okay? And so you don't even have to say it physically. Just give her some flowers. Give her something to check. Hey, here you go. Love you. What's wrong with that? And you got to say, love you. Here you go, dear. This for you. And she know you by you actually doing something for her. That way she knows you're showing her your love. That's how you do. But she has a constant need to be what? Validated. That's called validation. A lot of some women are like that. I tell you what, I'm like that a lot. I'm like, I need Lisa D to tell me, sometimes I love you. I need to hear that. I know it may sound crazy, but I know she shows me her love daily. But sometimes I need to hear that. It does wonders for me when I hear that. And she needs my validation too. I tell her, I love you, my dear. You're the best thing ever happened to me outside of Jesus. I tell her that. And it's important that people hear that on a regular basis, man. Because when they don't hear it from you, they go elsewhere to hear it from somebody else. And she said, I've never known what love is. Okay. That's not good, Terry. So you have to learn how to love. You have to start all over again. Starting all over again. Remember that song? Yeah, you got to start all over again. And starting all over again is not that bad as it seems, because you start in the right way. You did it the wrong way last time, right? So now you know better, you do better, you started the right way this time. How many of you had a relationship was terrible and you know it bad? You get another relationship, you start doing the same thing you did in the previous relationship. It's gonna get bad too. You have to make changes. And now is your opportunity to make changes and do it the right way, man. Okay? Do what you can do to keep your relationship flourishing. And if you get to a point where you can't do it no more, let her go. Be honest. Say, look, sweetheart, I know you care for me. I do care for you. I don't know if I love you or not. But right now in my life, I just don't think that it's time for me to continue this. And then you move on. It's gonna hurt her to I don't know what. Because she's really head over heels with you, but you still sitting on the fence, don't know what love is. So you need yourself to give yourself time in a relationship, time to learn that woman, time to learn how to love that woman, perhaps. Maybe you love her now, don't know it. And you say you don't know what love is. So you got to find it out. And the only way to do that, you got to get in it to win it. You got to stay in that relationship. Hang in there, man. Let's go round train. Who we got? Terry, he said, well, by the way, congrats, sir. North Cracker made it number 1, and I forgot who was number 2. I forgot, y'all. Terry Fleming, number 2. Terry Fleming, number 2. Jump won't do. Let's go, round train. BobbieD, who we got? Loving Fruit. What's up, man? Salute. I'm sorry, left. That's the wrong hand. Back at you, my brother. Salute. Loving Freedom in the house. He's a Gyrene, man. Got on his Gyrene suit there. Y'all see that? He's a Gyrene back in the day. He's one of our veterans, man. And he got his own show. I found out Loving Freedom has his own show. Y'all check out his show. It's called Loving Freedom, okay? Check out his channel on YouTube, man. I always try to support my people that got shows on this channel, so that they can grow and prosper. Everybody need to reach out, teach out, and help each other move up in this world, not down, okay? We want to all go up together, Nobody left behind. Let's move together. Okay, when I move, you move. When I groove, you groove. Okay, that's how we flow on this show. Let's go round chain. BobbieD, see One Nation on the groove. Markel in the house. Markel in the house. He said, "What's up, man? What's he? We doing good, man. Good to see you, Markel. Check out Markel's show. Markel TV, the podcast on the YouTube. Let's go round chain. We got Howard Cooper. What's up, Coop? You good? You good? Coop in the house. You said, hello, BobbieD. You see, happy anniversary. Thank you so much, my guy. This is one of the best anniversary celebrations Lisa D and I have ever had. And I say that openly and honestly. We went to a very brand new hotel and casino. It just opened. Actually, they haven't even officially opened. They're in the pre-opening stages. That's why we got a great deal. It still is expensive though. But we went to the casino. We had breakfast there. We had dinner there. It was in the room. I've lived all over the world, and I've taken these to all kind of hotels in all different countries all over the world. And we always get the best, right? This one was the best of the best of the best. The hotel room we was in, it was brand new. We were the first one ever been in the room. Brand new, clean. I don't know. It was clean, pristine. It was beautiful. The showers was big as an apartment. I'm serious. The shower and the glass. You can see through the shower. You can see in the toilet area. Everything was glass, see through. The rooms were it was like an apartment, man. It was so big, And so that was the best. That was the best. It was a 5-star hotel. It's called the New Star Hotel and Casino. It's out there in SRP, property area near Talisai. It's gorgeous, man. Y'all ever get a chance to come to Cebu, and you get a 5-star hotel, get the New Star. Now I got to give you some negatives on it too. Now I gave you some positive. The negative was that the when you go, well, right now it's negative because everything I told you, everything's not completed yet. So they had the casino complete. We did some gambling, y'all, and I lost some more time. And sad to say, but it wasn't that much. I lost 600 pesos. That was, I played with that. But anyway, back in my older days, my younger day, I would have lost my everything, my shirt. I would have given my shirt. Hey, sir, can I play with you? Because I was crazy then. I was crazy about gambling, but I don't. It don't thrill me nowadays. I know better. But anyway, the only negative was the TV. They have a smart TV in the room, right on the wall, and you have to learn. We had to call a man downstairs to show us to do it, and then they had the internet on there, but you couldn't get regular TV because they didn't have that part hooked up yet. So I'm like, you can't get no regular TV. What they were trying to do, make you do Netflix, and they charge you for Netflix, you charge for HBO. I said, nah, we ain't looking at none of that. But what we did was we did casting. We put it on our phone, or we could hook up to YouTube on our phone and cast it onto the TV. So we looked at YouTube's videos all the time, and that's how we did. But we had a great time, man. If you ever have a chance to take your lady out, celebrate your lady, okay? Yeah, celebrate your lady, because she don't have to be with you. She can find somebody else. But if she put up with you, you celebrate her. And your lady should celebrate you. That's how you do it, man. Always show your lady you appreciate, and your lady will show she appreciates you. Let's go, Ron Trey. Who we got? 007 in the house, 007 in the house. What's up, man? Is it more blessing and more love? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, 007. Same to you, my brother from another mother. I appreciate that. Hey, it's a blessing to be married to someone that loves you and you love them back. When you find somebody like that, man, hang with them. You don't have to necessarily marry them, but be in their corner. Be supportive for them. Because I know a lot of you guys, marriage is a dirty word. Married. That's what you say. Married. I don't get no married, but I can play the field. Play the field, man. But if you find somebody special, show them that they're special to you in your life by taking care of them. Okay? Let's go, Ron James. Who we got? 007, he said, I agree that Charlotte's nice. I was there for 2 weeks back in the day. One day it was 85 degrees, and the next day I needed a winter coat. The food at Price's Chicken Coop is off the hook. Okay. I'm not sure I know about Price's Chicken Coop, but I know they got a lot of good food at places out there in Charlotte. They got this thing called what's it called? Barbecue. They do a lot of good barbecue cooking out there, man. They have the best barbecue I've eaten in a long time out there in Charlotte. But if you guys ever get a chance to go to Charlotte, man, they call it Little Atlanta because it's Charlotte. It was back a small town back in the day, but now it's just as big as Atlanta. It's beautiful. I love Charlotte. Ron J. BobbieD, that's it. All right, man. It's been real. But we got to go. Everybody say, y'all say, okay, Lisa D, what you supposed to say? She back to give me instructions. Everybody say, yeah. And act like it just don't care. Hey, man, it's been real. I had to come late today because I had so many problems setting up. I had hardware problems, software problems, and I finally got it together. So, but you know what? When we had a staycation anniversary. We didn't go out of town, but it felt, at least when we came back yesterday, it felt like we were coming back from out of town. I don't know what it is, man. We were tired. We wanted to get back home, but we had a good time while we were there.
You felt like you went to out of country.
Yeah, we felt like we were out of the country, because I guess because we always here a lot, and when we go someplace to stay and sleep, and it just felt like we were traveling out of the country like we normally do. But I would invite, but it saved us a lot of money, because if we had to travel out of the country, we would probably pay 10 times as much as we paid, So we saved a lot of money by doing a staycation anniversary in the Philippines. There's a lot of places right here in the Philippines you can go. You don't got to go out of the country to have a good time. We found that out. This week. All right, guys, it's been real, but we got to go. We got to go. Everybody know we got to go. Hey, y'all have a good week. I will see y'all in maybe a day or so. For those of you that haven't signed on Life in the Philippines News, check that out. Go sign up for me. For those of you who have not signed up for BobbieD Shorts program on YouTube, go to BobbieD, BobbieD space Shorts, SHORTS. Sign up for me as well. Trying to grow those channels as well as this channel. Keep it moving, keep it grooving, and that's it. All right, guys, that's it for now. This is BobbieD, and
YouTuber Queen Lisa D.
take care.
God bless.
And peace.
Thank you for watching.